Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into a super important topic in Python, file handling. Whether you are a beginner or someone trying to level up your Python skills, file handling is something you absolutely need to learn. By the end of this video, you will be able to read files, write files, modify them, manage folders, and even build small projects using everything we learned today. You can access all the Python videos plus PDFs here in this link added in the description. So let's get started. We'll be learning many things today, like readlines, different file modes, then OS module, and much more. So let us start by quickly naming the different file handling methods in Python. So open, readline, readlines, write, close. And of course, we have different file modes like read, write, append, and read and write. So let's start with the most basic method, read. This method reads the entire content of a file. So let us begin here. First, we will be writing file as equal to open and then the location of the file. So location of this folder wherein this text file and this Python file is there is written here. So we'll just copy and we'll paste this. If you don't know where your file is located, you can simply go to File Explorer and then you can find out the location. So here we will be writing simple.txt because the name of our text file which we have this is written here. Uh, and then we have to read it. So we'll just write here R. R means read. Then we'll write content is equal to file.read. So here I have written open. This is I'm calling the open function and the first argument I have given is the address of our file as I already told you, and the second is read mode. Then we have written here file is equal to. So this I'm storing the open file in a variable called file. This variable is like a remote control that lets me interact with the file. Then we have written here file.read. So this method reads the entire file content as one big string. Next thing will be to print this. So we'll write here print content. And after that, it's important to close the file to free up the memory. So we'll write here file.close like this. Let us run this. And you can see this has been printed. This is a note and we are learning file handling. You can see the content of this is printed here. Now the next thing is readline. This method reads just one line at a time. So if we write here line 1 is equal to file dot read line, and similarly we will read one more line. So we'll write here file dot read line again, and then we will print first line, that is line 1, and here we'll read line 2, which is the second line, and we'll see. So first line, this is a note, and second line we are learning file handling. This is printed. So if the file has 10 lines, read line will return line 1 first, line 2 next, and so on like this. Next is read lines. So the name itself says it returns multiple lines. So if we write here lines is equal to file dot readlines, and here if we just print lines, let's run it, and you can see every line is added as an element of the list, and that list is printed using the readlines method. So basically, readlines returns a list. Every line in the file becomes an element inside that list. So now let's build a small interesting program using only the read mode. So the program is to count numbers of words in a file. You can pause the video, try it yourself, and then you can see the solution. Alright, I hope you tried it. Now let's discuss. First, we will open this file. So file is equal to open and then the address, just this, and the name of the file, which is sample.txt. Then we will open it in read mode. After that, we will read the content of the file. So content is equal to file.read. Now that we need to count the number of words in a file, we want this to be as words. But this content is the whole content, that is all the words present in the file altogether. So for getting the words, what can we do is words is equal to content dot split. So content dot split, this returns all the words separated by spaces. And then what can we do is we can simply print total words in file, and here we can just print the length of the words. And the last thing will be to close this. Let us run this, and you can see the 9 words in the file. Let us count. So there are indeed 9 words. So split has this split. This breaks the text into words, and this length we have used to count the number of words. So the next method that we need to learn is the write method. So let us just delete this, and if we write here new.txt and we say file.write hello, and we can write something else here, I am, and dot dot dot. Then at the last will be to close this file. And here it should be W. W means write mode. And if we notice that this new.txt, I have written the file name which is not actually in this folder, but we have given this address. So let us run this and see the output. So we can see here new.txt has been formed. If we open this, I can see it's written here, hello, I am. So this file, this thing has been printed in this file, and the file did not exist, but using this write mode, we have created this file. Let us make changes in sample.txt. So if we write like this, and if we run this, let us check. So you notice that we have overwritten all the text that was already written in the sample.txt to this, the one we have given just now. So what it does is this creates the file if it doesn't exist, and if the file exists, then it overwrites that file. Now, if you notice that this is coming the same line, let us write it in different lines. So for that, we can simply write here /n. Let us run this. And now let us open this sample.txt so we can see they both are coming in different lines. Next is the append mode. So it adds content without deleting the odd content. So here we will be writing A, that is append, and we can write the same thing here, hello, I am this, and then we'll close the file. Let us run this and see. So this is sample.txt, so let us see this. And you can notice that hello, I am, the last one is not deleted, but the new one is also added. If we just run this program again, and then we see this, you can see this is written thrice. If we write /n here, then if we run this, you can see the program. As the it is running only once, so this /n does not make any difference. Next is the writelines method. So it write multiple lines at once from a list. So let us make a list here. Lines is equal to some name like mango, lychee, banana, and then we can write file dot write lines and the name of our list, which is lines, and then we'll close the file. So let us run this. If we open, you can see mango, lychee, banana. It has been added, and here we can add /n. And now if we run this, so you can see this mango, lychee, and banana, they're added in 3 different lines. So we can just remove all the text of this, and then we can run this again. So we can see mango, lychee, banana. So next thing is to write the with statement. So you can notice here we're writing this file dot close again and again. So to avoid this writing again and again, what can we do is we can simply use the with statement. So we'll write with open and then the name or the location of the file. So this is sample.txt. Let us open it in the read mode, and then we'll just give a space here, 4 spaces or tab, and then we'll write content is equal to file.read, and then we will print this content. So here it's not okay, and here we'll write as file. So this automatically closes the file. We do not have to write here file.close and something like this. And what we have written here is with open this in read mode as file. So we have opened this as file, and that's why we are given here file. If we would have written here as f, then here it would be f.read. A colon is mandatory here, and then this should be written using these spaces. So let us run this. And you can see mango, lychee, banana. This has been read. Let us now make a mini project of a contact book. So we can remove all this, and our project will be to make a contact book. So it will be a very basic contact book, which includes adding contacts, viewing contact, and exit. So first, we'll ask the user whether he has to add the contact, view it, or exit. So for that, what can we do is we can use the while loop, while true. That is, this loop can go again and again. And then let us say A is our input, then A is equal to int input, enter your choice, and what choices are given to the user that should be printed. So here we need to print those. So first choice will be, we can write like this: press 1 for adding contact, and then we will print here press 2 for viewing the contact, and the third thing will be to exit. So we'll write here press 3 to exit. Now we have taken the input of the user, whether he wants to add the contact, view it, or exit. So for that, we need to use the if condition, like if A will be 1, then we need to make a function by which the contact will be added. So let us name it add contact. Then we'll use condition if E is 2. So it should view contact, so view contact, else the condition will be if the user presses 3 or it presses any of other thing from 1 or 2, then we can break the program. So break. Now we have to make this add contact and view contact functions. So here we'll use def, and here add contact. Here what we need is a name and a phone number. So we'll take input from the user. Name is equal to input, enter name, and a phone number. So phone is input, enter phone number. And then what we have to do is we need to open a file and then add this name and phone number there. So let us make a new file here. So this can be contact.txt. So we have created a contact.txt file here, and we can open this. So with open this file, and this is the file location, and we need to open it in append mode, because what we'll be doing is we will be adding this name and phone number to the file. So here we'll be writing file.write. We will add the name, plus what we'll add is we can add a hyphen and then the phone number. This should not be in double quotes and like this. We can even add slash n here so that every time when the phone number is added, it is added in a new line. And at last we will print contact saved successfully. So this is our add contact function wherein we have taken input of a name, a phone number, then we have opened this file, and then we have written in the file the name and the phone number, then we have print contact saved successfully. So now the next task will be to make this view contact. So def view contact, and then what we'll do is we just have to read the file. So for that we'll write with open, and this is a file name. Let us copy this, and it should be opened as in read mode. Then we'll write as file, and we'll just print file dot read. So let us run this and see if this is working. So it's asking for the input, press 1, 2, or 3. Then let us say 1, then enter name. So the name can be Infosmart, and the phone number. So let us say 123, and then it's saying contact saved successfully. Let us add one more. Let us type something so like this, and the phone number can be 345. Now let us view this. So we'll press 2, and you can see these two are visible. Let us view this again. So you can see again we got this, and let us now exit. So we'll write 3, and you can see the program is exited. So this is a contact book, which is our mini program. So let us just comment this. Let us move further. So now the next thing is the tell method. So it shows current file pointer, its position. So let us open the file again, file open, and let us copy this. Let us take the sample file, sample, and we'll open it in the read mode as file. Now the next thing is to print file.tell. So let us print this and see the output. So we can see 0 is printed. Now if you say it to read 5 bytes characters, so for that we can write file.read 5, and then we'll again say it to print file.tell. Now let us see the output. So you can see first the cursor is at the 0th position, then it is at 6th because we told it to read 5 characters. We can even print this. You can see. So it's mango, I suppose. So mango is printed, and this a space is here. So this is considered as 1 byte, 1 character, and this as 4. So now the position of the pointer is 6, and so it has printed 6. Let us see the seek method now. So for that we can write file dot seek, and let's say 4. So it moves pointer to the 4th byte. Let us say text is file dot read, and we can say 6. Then we can print this text. So if we run this, you can see this is printed. Now let us just see the file. This is a sample text. So it says file.seek 4. So 1 is this, 2, 3, and 4. So you can see here, mm, file.seek4 and then read 6 characters. So from this 3 like this and next 2 characters is this. So it has read this and it is printed here. So seek moves the pointer anywhere you want. Next is the file operations with OS module. So let us first import the OS module. For that, we need to write our import OS. Oh, can just read it for now. So by this, we are importing our OS module, and then if you want to check if the folder or file exists or not, then what can we write is os.path.exist, and then here the location of the file. Let us copy this. If we run this, you can see nothing is being printed. And if we print this, so it says true. So it returns the value true. That means this exists. If, for example, I just remove this Infosmart and then if I run this, so it says false because there is no such file directly in the C. It's drive and it's there inside the C drive in a folder named Infosmart and then the text file. If you want to rename the file, for example, this new file is there. If you want to rename this, then what we'll do is we will write here os.rename and then let us copy this file location and let us take new and then here we can say to rename it as new file. If we run this, you can see this new has been converted into a new file. Now next is to delete a file. So if you want to delete, just write os.remove and let us give this name. If we run this, you can see there is an error because no such file exists. And here we can comment this first and then we should run this. So you can see new.txt does not exist and that's why it's giving error. Here we need to write new file because this is a new name of a file. So when we run this, it got removed from here as you can see. So next is to make a folder. So if you want to make the folder, simply we can write os.mkdir like this. And inside this, we can uh, just give this. And here, let us say that this is the folder name that we want to create. So if you run this, you can see we have created a folder here. So if we try running this again, you can see we got an error because it's saying cannot create a file when that file already exists. So this folder already exists and that's why we cannot create it again. So if you want to uh, like check the folder does not exist, then it creates, otherwise it does not create. What can we do is we can write here if not os.path exists. That is, you're checking using this. So os.path exists here and you can give this folder's address and we'll write if this folder does not exist, then we can make one. So make this one here the location. So we can run this again, and we already have the folder, but there is no error. If we delete this, we can even delete this using the OS module, but it's okay. And then if we run this again, then you can see the folder is created. If you notice, I have written mkdir, that is directory, and here written make dirs. So there's a difference in both. They're not exactly the same. So if we use this mkdir, it creates only the single final directory specified in the path. And if we use this make dirs, then it creates a final directory and any necessary parent directories that do not already exist. Example, we'll just write here something like con, like this, con1. And if we run this, then you can see uh, if not exist, right? This should be so. This should be con1, and we can even delete this. Now, if we run this, you can see this con is created, and inside this con1 is also there. Despite of the fact that quant is was not there, con1 is created, and this as well is created. But let us say we delete this, and we need to delete this as well, and we write here con1. If we run this, then you can see it's giving error, and the error is the system cannot find this path specified. This is because this folder does not exist, and that's why this make directory method does cannot create this con one. But here this make directory method can make this con one despite of the fact that cont was not created. So it created all the folders mentioned in the path. So this is the main difference between both of these. So next is the list files in folder. If you want to list all the files, then os.list directory. We print this. Okay. So you can see file handling, contacts, sample, txt, all these three are printed. Now, if we want to remove a folder, we can simply use rmdir, that is os rmdir, like this. So Mm, let us make a folder here. Let us make contact like this, and we say to remove this folder and run this. You can see a folder has been removed. So these are the different things that we can do using this OS module. Now, a very important interview question, which is what is the difference between os.remove and del? So os.remove, it basically deletes a file from the disk. And what del does is it deletes a variable from memory. For example, if we write x is equal to 10 and we say del x, then this del deletes this x variable. Whereas when we use os.remove, it deletes the file. So this is a basic difference between both. Next is to make a mini project, simple notes app. So let us make a notes app. So for this, what can we do is we can again keep three options, which is to add note, show note, and exit. So we'll use while to as we used in our above mini project. So in this we'll print one for adding note and we'll print two for viewing the note or showing the note. So let us write show notes, and third will be to exit, third to exit. Then we will take input from the user. So A is equal to input. We can even take it as integer or as a string. Later we need to compare it. So anyways will be fine. So here we'll just take input, choose an option, and then here we'll write if A is, now we need to make a string because we have input it as a string here. So if this will be 1, if the choice will be 1, then what should happen? It should go for adding the node. So this we will add in a function. We'll make a function. So let us write add. Add can be the name of a function, and second will be to. This will be to show the nodes, else the program should break. Now our task will be to make these two functions add and show. Let us write a def add, and to add a node we need to input the node. So node will be input by the user, write the node, and then we'll open the file with open, and I have put twice double quotes. So with open this we can instead um we can make a new file here, that is note.txt. So we can just write here note.txt. So we'll open this file as file, or let us say this time we take it as F, and then we can just write in it the note, and we also have to write /n so that every time the note is added, it is added in a new line. Then message should be printed, note is added. The next thing is to add this show but function. So show here we'll just treat the file. So with open, and the file name is note.txt. We'll open it in read mode, and here it was append. So here we need to append the note, and here we need to show the note. So we'll open it and read, and here we'll just print f dot read. Here a colon is missing. Now let us run this and see. So it asks, so let us add the note. So you can see this is a lecture like this. So this node is added. Now let us see this node. So you can see this is a lecture is added. Now let us add something like else of file handling. So if we view it again, you can see this is a lecture, and of file handling is also printed here. They both are in different lines because we had to use here /n. Let us add something else by Infosmart Solutions. We view it. Oh, I exit. Okay, so as we have exited the program, uh, we have to run this again. So let us run this again. And now let us see if our note is still there or has it vanished. So if we press 2, you can see our notes is still saved. And this is what file handling is used for. So if we exit the program again, still this will be preserved. If we go there, then you can see all the notes are added. So that's all for today. If you want more many projects using file handling, we have many on our channel already. Some examples are these: typing speed test, to-do list manager, mastermind game, guess the number game, and KVC quiz game. Links of all these videos are in the description. Go and check out. I hope today's session helped you understand Python file handling clearly. If you learned something new, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and share it with your friends. I'll see you in the next tutorial.